Good day. I'm Joseph P. Day, your Circuit Court Clerk of Nashville and Davidson County. And I'm here today excited to bring you another episode of Conversations with the Clerk. I have Becky Bullard here with me from the Office of Family Safety, and we're going to talk about some of the resources they provide to our community as a whole in Davidson County. So Becky, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, how'd you get started, and tell us a little about the Office of Family Safety.
Sure, happy to.
Okay.
I'm Becky Bullard. I'm the Deputy Director of Programs at Metro Nashville's Office of Family Safety. And our office is like any other Metro office. We're like police, parks, clerk's offices. We are a part of Metro government. And the interesting thing about our office is that we have a specific focus on people who've experienced abuse. So that means that Metro Nashville has really invested in helping those people who are experiencing abuse, not only with our office, but with two centers. So with the Family Safety Center on Murfreesboro Pike, which is a 24-hour center where people can receive services, and then the Gene Crow Advocacy Center, which is here in our courthouse in the Birch Building for people who need advocacy services and are also experiencing a court interaction. So whether they have an order of protection, a divorce, or a criminal case, they can get services in our center.
Awesome. You know, when we think about our resource center that we opened up last year, and this series, it just wants to expound and inform the community about everything we do and some of our community partners. As far as the Office of Family Safety is concerned, I know in my journey with the Circuit Court Clerk's Office, as far as the Office of Family Safety opening, I have fond memories of, thinking about when this program started and just how it's grown over the years. I believe it was 2015 that kind of started off and just continued to grow, the new campus that opened up. And so I was very intrigued in having someone from Office of Family Safety here to just talk about some of the resources you provide. I know we work with the Circuit Court Clerk's Office dealing with orders of protections and that workmanship that we have with each office, and you have access to our systems to issue those, and just trying to make a difficult process smoother for the constituents. So just tell me, like I said, a little bit about, I know it started in 2015, but just a little bit about you started and how the growth of the organization and how you continue to provide services to the citizens of Nashville and Davidson County.
Absolutely. Well, our office started in 2015, and the work on domestic violence with orders of protection and advocacy services was, of course, going on before then. But one of the things that happened early in the 2010s was an assessment on how is Nashville responding specifically to domestic violence. And they looked at our whole court system's response from the time that someone reaches out and calls 911 all the way until the case goes through the court system. And in that assessment, I'm sure you remember it lasted several years, and they found a number of different issues, just different gaps that people are experiencing when they're trying to access services or trying to see if that individual could be held accountable for their actions. So from those, kind of the core component that we came away from was we needed a safe space in the courthouse.
Yes.
So that was our first center, the Gene Crow Advocacy Center, which is in the courthouse. It opened in September of 2014. And that space, one of the core components of that space was orders of protection. And that is a service that we're really proud to provide the citizens of Nashville. Orders of protection is really a tool for anyone who's experienced domestic violence, sexual assault, human trafficking, and stalking. And they can get this order of protection and have a way to create separation from an individual who's harming them. Say, I don't want you to contact me, and if you do contact me, there are consequences.
Yes.
So that's such a powerful tool for people who are experiencing abuse to be able to have that separation, that peace of mind, and that safety. So that's really how we started, was with the Courthouse Center. And that Courthouse Center also still provides advocacy the day of court. So when someone comes into court, whether it's circuit court or our criminal court, for their order of protection to be heard, they have an advocate that's there with them, explaining the court process, letting them know this is what the courtroom looks like, and this is all the different players that will be a part of that courtroom, and here's how we can support you.
And that is very key. And I've seen the video that you have for that,
Yeah.
and I think that's a good component because one of my things as, when I took office of being a citizen, just the court system in general. I feel when you say the word court, it has a stigma to it. And just to ease some of that, to get a smiling face or, because sometimes people are just scared to come forth, especially dealing with order protections and things like that. You see it's prevalent in society today and in Nashville. And so a lot of the work that you're doing there is very good. And I just want to commend you for that. I know sometimes we do our work and just do our jobs, but it's very rewarding to see some of the things that you've accomplished and the help that you provide to the citizens of Nashville and Davidson County. And speaking of that, as far as the places that you can file an OP, are there different places around Nashville? I know we have the court center here. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so you can file at the court center. We also encourage people to come to the Family Safety Center, which is on Murfreesboro Pike. And that center is a place you can go that has a little bit more easily accessible parking. You're also able to meet with other partners when you come to that center. So we always say when people come into our doors, we want them to tell us where they want to go, what path they want to choose. So if you walk into the Family Safety Center or the Gene Crow Advocacy Center, you can ask to meet with different partners that are co-located in that center.
In that center, okay.
So in the Family Safety Center, for example, we have the Nashville Children's Alliance that's co-located. We have a counseling division of the police department, and they can provide therapy to any individual who's experienced abuse. And then we also, if someone would like to speak with police, they are able to. They don't have to, but that's an option for them to speak with a detective, to be able to take out criminal case warrants. And then they can also speak with legal attorneys there as well and other service providers. So it's supposed to be that one-stop shop for all your needs.
And I like that because, when I think about our resource center here with the 4 offices, I wanted a one-stop shop.
Absolutely.
Get bounced around, courthouse, people come downtown, they don't want to be here.
Right.
And so you come over here, well, no, that's across the street. Well, no, it's over here, it's over here. It's just frustrating.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've been there and I think that center is awesome. And you have the other partners that have space in the Office of Family Safety out there. Okay.
Yeah,
Family Safety Center.
Yeah, and people have drop-in space that they can come and bring their clients to. So if someone is, for example, in the process of getting a divorce or an order of protection, your attorney might meet with you at the Family Safety Center. And that can open up a number of different resources. So you might come in meeting with your attorney and then say, actually, a new incident happened. I'm being harassed, and I'd like to speak with a detective. And luckily, the detectives are right next door. So the whole idea is that you can get everything you need in one space.
Right there. And that's awesome. And, just to go back to what you were talking about as far as the order protection and the court date and getting served. I know when I was chief deputy in this organization, I was working on e-filing.
Right.
And one of the things is how could we improve, because things get lost in the time frame.
Right.
You may file an order of protection on Friday, right? And it's issued and it's sent to the sheriff's department. But here we are waiting on a return and the person is scared because they filed something, took the courage to come forward to do it, but not knowing if it's been served or not, just that whole time frame. And so the old process was, it was served, but we might not get that back until Monday or Tuesday, Then we put a return, then we notify. And so the whole thing was, how could we work to make this process more efficient with our sheriff's department, with the Office of Family Safety as well. So having access to our systems to issue those, to go right and have a conference right there, route it to the judicial commissioners, and then send it to the sheriff's department. And now what we've done is, once the sheriff serves it, they come back to their car. And we were saying, well, are y'all recording this information? How does this work? And so we're finding out that, yes, they were documenting in their system, but they were bringing a piece of paper to us so we can update our system. And so it has a few meetings to figure out how could we intertwine to say, once you serve this, go ahead and enter that. Can we pull that information instead of waiting till Monday or Tuesday to get that instantly, that we can notify the parties that this has been served? And I think that has been beneficial and as far as timeliness to get those things done. And we pull that, constantly from the sheriff's department. So as far as us working together, the sheriff's department, I think it's a beautiful thing how we can come and provide these services that are better for the citizens of Nashville and Davidson County. So I think that's great.
There's so much more efficiency now. I remember many years ago, I worked in Nashville as a victim witness coordinator, and there was no one that helped people with their orders of protection. And so we would take people over to what is now the Downtown Detention Center and Night Court. You can still get an order of protection there. You don't have the same kind of assistance, but we do have some self-help binders there. We have videos there that can help walk people through if they're not able to come to the Family Safety Center. But I remember way back in the day when you just had to sit and write everything out by hand. It's, give it to someone, they make a photocopy, fax it on in. So we're in a much better place, and working with your office has really just expedited the whole process.
Well, I appreciate that. And I know I visited the center off of Murfreesboro Road, and just to see that, people come in and they have their kids, and it's trying time. The kids are running around, just to have stations there to kind of distract them, where the parents can come in and handle certain situations. So I think that speaks volumes of just the vision, whether it's, you, Diane, or just the Office of Family Safety. And I'm proud to work with you and just to continue serving everybody there. So I want to talk about next. I know just kind of that one-stop shop, whether it's order protection or different people are in need at different times, right? And I remember donating to like your food pantry. Can you talk a little bit about that, how that works? And specifically if, citizens are watching it, or people that are watching that would like to donate and things like that, that can help the program.
Yeah. First of all, we're very grateful for your donation. It really takes all of us coming together to support people who are coming out of situations that are really trying. Oftentimes we'll have people visit us at the center with just the clothes on their backs. Their kids and them are leaving from a really dangerous situation. And any time that we can get community support with food donations, that can be really, really helpful. We want people to leave our center not only with an order of protection in hand or the other, kinds of services that they've requested. We also want them to be able to leave with the things that they need. And sometimes those basic needs, that is the first stepping stone to safety. So making sure that they have food for them and their kids, making sure that they have safe shelter is really important. So the community can get involved in a number of ways. We have a volunteer program where people can come in and help us with the kids that are, as you mentioned, kind of running around while their parent is trying to get services.
Yes.
We do have several different fun play places. My kids like to say that they're very fun, and they always want to come to work with me because we actually have play areas at the work. And then we also have Zizou, who's here on the floor.
I wanted to talk about Zizou. He's just, my most honored guest here. I love it. So.
Nope, she's stretching out knowing that we're talking about her. And, she can visit with kids, with adults who are in crisis. And really, this is what she does. It's a hard job, but she's here for people to kind of love on her. And it really does change how people's feelings are, their kind of heightened emotions can really be reduced with a therapy dog. So we have several dogs that come into the office as well, and we'll see people. So it's really, there's a lot of ways that people can get involved and donate food, donate their time to the Family Safety Centers.
Okay. And we'll finish up here, but I do want to talk about, you come in. I know we do a lot with the order protection and that. I know you do a lot of different trainings and things, not just for the constituents and the citizens, but for other departments as well, just to bring awareness. Like you said, those partnerships where they can come in and be at that office to provide those services. But so when I think about the order protection, you come in, you come to court, you get it. What happens after that? Like, is there assistance? Do you follow up with the victims? Are there anything that you try to empower them, or just be there to have a person to talk to and what they're going through at a difficult time? So on the back end of those services, like, I filed this order protection, now what?
Yep. Absolutely, because we do have those kind of immediate crisis services that will help someone who is coming in needing, emergency protection, a safety plan, order protection. And then one of the things we noticed, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic, is that our clients were coming in more and more. So that we had more visits from clients than we had in the past because the continuous needs were more. And so we were able to get some funding to have a case management program.
Okay.
And that has been really helpful because there aren't many case management programs outside of shelter programs in our field. So it was really helpful to have these case managers. And the way they're a little different than a crisis advocate is that they're there for exactly what you're talking about, those longer term needs of I've got my order of protection, but I'm still being harassed. I don't know that my home is a safe place. This person's coming by my work. My kids are scared. I don't have, basic needs. I need to get employment because this person made it hard for me to maintain employment while we were together.
Definitely.
So there are a lot of needs that come up for our clients, and we want to make sure that we're there in the long term for them. So we have that case management program, and then the family intervention program from the Metro Nashville Police Department. It's a wonderful program that provides long-term counseling, as well as some of our other nonprofit partners like the Sexual Assault Center, the Family and Children's Services, the Mary Parish Center that also provides transitional housing. So Nashville is really blessed with so many wonderful service providers. I've gotten to work all around the country and see how different cities respond to interpersonal abuse. And I truly believe that Nashville has one of the best kind of support systems and networks that there is in working on all of these crimes.
All those crimes and things. So it's one of those things that you have all these different individual organizations, but when you can kind of channel that and it just provides a synergy to bring all that together.
Yeah.
It's one of the things that a duplication of services, but when you have it to where, like you said, the one-stop shop, but what about this? But what can we do with this? Always thinking forward on how we can be of service.
Yeah.
And I think it takes a servant's heart to do that. And so that's even back to our resource center. We have, if I can't help you, you may come here, wander in here. I want to provide you exceptional service. And if I can't help you, I at least want to guide you in the right direction.
Right.
So whether it's a brochure, whether you need counseling or something like that, if it's other metro departments, we try to provide those. Not giving legal advice, but just want to help people. And it's all about the help factor and wanting to be that beacon of hope.
Right.
Even in our resource center, we took a picture at the cancer walk. It was like, oh, look at this hope. And we got there in that hope, and I wanted that picture in here because a lot of people are dealing with a lot of things, and someone's always, I always think about it, someone's always in the worst condition. We may go through a lot of stuff, but it's always somebody that's in the worse condition than you are.
Right.
And how can we be a help to those?
I love that you said hope, because that's something that has become kind of a central component of what we look at, how we're measuring our success is by how much hope are we giving people? Because hope is really, it's more than a feeling, it's really an action. It is planning for the next day and seeing positivity and really hoping for that brighter future is a real part of, I think, the work that you all do here, the work that we do is giving people that support and letting them know we see you and we want to be there to support you.
Awesome. Yeah. So I want to wrap this up, Conversations with the Clerk, but you tell us a little bit about how they can get in touch with you, social media. I know we'll list them in our video, but you talked about the Murfreesboro Pike and the courthouse, and just where can they find you on the socials, self-help resource, anything that you want to provide?
Absolutely. So our website is ofs.nashville.gov, and then our phone number is 615-880-1100. And you can reach out to get involved, to get services, to ask questions about how someone would access services. Because one thing we know about abuse is that at least 1 in 3 women is going to be experiencing physical or sexual abuse in their lifetime. So all of us know someone who's experienced abuse, whether it's a woman, a man, a child. So we know that as much as we don't like to talk about these hard things, it's so important too, because you never know who you might be reaching, that you could connect with services in Nashville. So feel free to give us a call, to go to our website, look at how you can be involved, and we'd love to welcome you into our community.
Now, these available like 24/7? Is your center open?
So the Gene Crow Advocacy Center downtown is not. That's open during court hours.
Okay.
But our Family Safety Center on Murfreesboro Pike, and that's 610 Murfreesboro Pike, it's right next to police headquarters. And that is open 24 hours a day. The services that are after hours and on the weekends are a little bit more abbreviated. Those are provided by one of our nonprofit partners, H.A.B.I.T.
Okay.
So they're able to do kind of the crisis work, the orders of protections, and safety plans. But we don't have all of our partners on site during those hours, but we can still provide
But you can still provide those services.
crisis services.
Yes. Awesome. Awesome. Well, Becky, I want to thank you for coming on Conversations with the Clerk today, just to inform of, the great work that the Office of Family Safety continues to do for the citizens of Nashville and Davidson County. I want to thank you, and stay tuned. Let's look forward to we have more of our community partners in future episodes, and have a great day. Thank you.